If I see you making videos about how your kids won't have a Thanksgiving this year because you're about to lose your SNAP benefits, but you have your hair done, your nails done, your lashes done, your lips done, and your forehead is frozen as well, then it has nothing to do with the fact that you're losing these benefits and you can't feed your kids. It's just that your kids aren't your priority. I am sick of hearing this narrative. Now, do SNAP benefits affect a certain portion of the population for people who genuinely need these benefits? Yes. And I feel awful for those people. But my thing is, the amount of people who are on our benefit system through the government that genuinely need it because they have no other way of providing food and a shelter and benefits for their kids, it is such a small amount of people.
Where's the data for that? There are requirements by the government in order to get these benefits that you have to meet. This is something I hear repeated on the right all the time. I am in the unique position of being a conservative Trump voter who has multiple businesses, been a conservative my whole life, but I've also worked with the state and I've worked in the system, these social programs. I have a company that worked in the foster care system, and I have a business who currently works with Section 8 housing. Are there people who take advantage? Yes, there is. Is it the majority? No, it isn't. If you think it is, please provide some data, because there is no data to prove that.
Such a small amount of people. The majority of the people who are riding this system have been doing it for life, and they don't know anything else. They don't.
Once again, this is a false statement. Much like unemployment, there are people who come in and out of SNAP. The majority of people are on SNAP for less than 2 years. In fact, I can show you the data on this. 26% of participants leave within 4 months. 52% leave within 12 months. 67% leave within 24 months. Now, this is going to be different for families with children. The typical time on SNAP is about 12 months. Elderly people who are living alone, the typical time is going to be longer, 51 months. It makes sense that they can't work as much. Now, if you don't have children, you have stricter requirements, which should be the case. Adults aged 18 to 49 without children who are not disabled must meet work requirements to receive benefits and face a 3-month limit if they don't.
They don't know any other way to live life other than to live off of government-assisted benefits, which is horrific because all the rest of us have figured out a way to live life. All the rest of us have made good decisions to not have children when we couldn't fucking afford it. And
that's not a good decision. And we got to stop telling people to stop having kids when they can't afford them. The prime time in your life to have children also corresponds with when you have the least amount of resources. We are on a trajectory where women will be making more than men in the future. There are already more women enrolled in college than men. They will have higher wages. I have no problem subsidizing the women that want to be moms with our tax dollars, because most of those tax dollars will be coming from those women who chose not to have children. Congratulations, you played yourselves.
Good decisions to not have children when we couldn't fucking afford it. And I'm sorry, but I'm tired of funding everybody else's lifestyle. I am tired of making good decisions for myself and having to pay the benefits for everybody else who didn't make good decisions in their own life.
You have made good decisions for yourself. All I'm seeing from this woman is somebody who has decided to judge other women because they've decided to create the future.
Again, are there people out there who made really good decisions and were just put in really shit situations and ended up in a situation where they can't afford shit? Yes, but that is such a small portion, such a minority portion of the individuals who are utilizing our system and are bitching about it right now. Make good decisions. Make good decisions, have a little bit of savings where you can afford your fucking food, sell shit. I'm sorry, but if I see you driving around with a car that has leather seats and you are complaining about how you can't afford to feed your
used vehicles with leather seats aren't going to raise the cost of the vehicle. And if you have children, you're going to want leather seats or pleather. You're not going to want cloth, because they're hard to clean.
Get a car that doesn't have fucking leather seats. You can sell your car, even if it's paid off, fucking sell that shit, get a hunk of junk that'll at least get you from point A to point B, and fucking figure it out. Stop getting your hair done. Stop getting your lashes done. Stop getting your fucking Botox done or your lip filler done. Jesus Christ. Pick up a second job. Find remote work if you can't afford to take your kids to daycare.
Okay, here's another unorthodox opinion, but if you're a single woman it may be worth your while to invest in your looks. You will find a higher value man.
Like, there are so many jobs out there. Build a skill. You have your phone. You have the internet at your fucking fingertips. Because if you can post a video, I know you have internet, which means you can develop a skill that can earn you the income to afford these basic fucking necessities. And just to see people give up on life and be like, I just gotta live this way. I'm gonna blame Donald Trump. I just gotta live this way. It's a wild mindset.
Have you ever said no when somebody asked you if you wanted to hear something cool about Nazis? Me neither. Did you know the Nazis used to incentivize having children? They would give you 9 months worth of pay. I think it was like 1,000. Actually, let's see. Starting in 1933, the regime provided interest-free marriage loans of up to 1,000 Reichsmarks RM. I don't know how to say that. 9 months equivalent of pay to Aryan newlyweds. Forgiveness based on children. For every child born to the couple, 25% of the loan was forgiven, and having 4 children meant the loan was completely discharged. They also gave out medals to women who would have children. If you had 8 or more children, they would give you the first class gold cross, this bad boy right here, or you could get the silver cross if you had 6 to 7. And then if you had 4 to 5 kids, you would get the bronze.
What I'm starting to realize is the people that want to get rid of food stamps thinks that the people that are on food stamps are just making this ridiculous amount of money. I have a degree in computer engineering, so I might not know much, but one thing I know for sure is numbers. This is the maximum amount per family household that families are getting in food stamps per month. This is the maximum amount per household that people can make while being on food stamps, meaning that this is the maximum amount that they can work and make while also receiving food stamps. If we just take the average family, the 4-family household, the maximum they can make is $4,421 a month. Let's just say this is a 1-parent, 3-kid household, because if this is a 2-parent, 2-kid household, that means the parents are combining to make $25 an hour. That equates to $53,000 a year. Let's just say that their rent is $1,000 a month, which nowhere you can find.
I'm going to be honest. If you have kids, I would prefer for you to stay home and be a housemaker, potentially even having another kid, while your spouse goes and works and makes a higher wage, because you won't have 2 people working from every household, and therefore the wages won't be suppressed.
Average rent is $1,500 to $2,000 a month, depending on the state. But let's just say they're paying $1,000 a month per rent. That's $12,000 a year that they have to take away from this $53,000 pre-tax. The government needs its 25%, so really 25% of that is gone. Let's use real numbers. For a family of 4 making $53,000 a year, they're bringing home about $44,000 after taxes. You still have to pay for rent, which we said was $1,000 a month, so now they're at $32,000 for the year. Have to pay for their car note, which is about $400 a month. They still have to pay for their car insurance, which is about $200 a month. They still have to pay for gas, which is about $30 a week, but we're talking about a family of 4, so they're driving a lot more. That is $8,640. Let's just round up to $9,000 for oil changes and any other car maintenance that might have happened throughout the year. Now we're down to $23,000 for the year. What family of 4 do you think can survive off $23,000 a year without any government assistance? We still have to pay for light bill, water bill, internet. Mind you, this is a family of 4, so light bill alone is going to be about $200. Water bill is about $100. Internet is going to be about $50-$60. Let's hope they don't live in a community that requires a gas bill as well. They need phone bill's $150. Let's hope that their kids aren't old enough that they need phones as well. And if we round up all the utilities to $500 a month, that's $6,000 a year. We're now at $17,000 a year for this family of 4 to survive on. I have not talked about buying clothes for the children, non-perishable items, trash bags, toothpaste, lotion, school supplies. We don't have no streaming, no TVs, toilet paper, dish detergent, washer and dryer stuff. I have not talked about any of that stuff. We're living off $17,000 for the year for a family of 4. Any medical scares, dental, vision, let's just hope the children are healthy. God forbid this family of 4 gets $996 a month from the government for food. Oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. I don't want my taxes going here.
Trump has been bragging about all the income that's coming in from the tariffs. Where do we want that income going? Do we want that income going overseas to fight wars? Or do we want that income going to support families?